Well, good morning, my fine gardening friends. How the devil are you? Welcome to another early morning here in beautiful Nova Scotia. Welcome to a gloriously damp and squidgy morning. It's glorious because we've had some unseasonably hot weather recently, which triggered some very nasty wildfires just up the road from me and a bit further down in Nova Scotia. Biggest wildfires we've ever had, and a lot of people have lost their houses, etc., including a friend of mine. But it absolutely bucketed it down yesterday, all day yesterday, and sort of the previous night, and later on today it's gonna even bucket down even more. So I'm probably going to be moaning about floods next week. But anyway, lots of rain yesterday, which I'm sure has knocked all the fires down, and that emergency will be over. Although obviously the clean-up for everyone is going to take a long time and a lot of sort of mental scarring there. So hopefully people can get over that well. But I am here this morning because I am doing the Contemplation Garden. Those of you who have sort of been following my little design exercise and build of a new garden will know that I'm building a garden designing and building a garden that is completely no flowers, all leaves, you know, different colour leaves, different shaped leaves, different tall plants, etc. And as you can see there, I've got this sort of square area, and you know, it's got all different, in the design anyway, lots of different colours of plants, whether it be bamboo or dogwoods, hostas, and you know, I've been out and bought some plants. So like I said, I've got some bamboo here, some hostas, I've got some box, I've got a couple of different types of spruce, sort of a dwarf spruce. Got a beautiful elderberry black lace here. That looks as if it's going to provide some great colours, etc. So, you know, what I'm trying to do is, you know, I haven't done much more of the hardscaping other than the path, you know, the sides of the path, starting to sort of tidy up the side of the greenhouse there. I've got a pond to put in, and sort of a love seat like the one that's in my orchard there. But I haven't got to that yet, being away, etc. But I thought I might as well do some planting and show you sort of really live the sort of things that I'm going to be planting in there. Now I haven't got even half the amount of plants that I need to do this garden out. Now one of the other things as well about, you know, when I'm doing my gardening is I try to do everything out of the profit or the money that comes in from YouTube. So all of you guys that watch these videos, thank you very much. You go all of you, you know, go away to helping me do these videos, really. So everything I do in the garden, everything I pay for, everything I, you know, whether it be the videos, video editing, anything like that, all comes from my few $100s I make a month out of YouTube, and that's fantastic. So thank you very much. And so that's allowed me to buy an amount of plants this week or this month, and next month I'll buy some more plants. Obviously that's not ideal when I'm, you know, for effect and I want to get it all done, but you know, that is the way it is. So therefore I've got a few plants here today, so why don't we, I'm going to space them out first, have a look to see where they're going to go, and then I'm either going to get, yes, that's good, or move it and we'll try something else, and then we'll plant them up. What do you reckon? Right, let's get on with it. So it's been a few weeks since I laid the soil down here over cardboard, and as you can see, it's really done quite well, the cardboard, in keeping in, you know, the majority of weeds, like at the back there, coming up. But there'll be some weeds in the compost that I sowed, so I'm just going to give this, like I said, it's a few weeks, so they start to germinate. I'm just going to give this a quick going over with my handy hoe. I know I'm always going on about this Dutch hoe, but look how easy it is. You just run the hoe up just underneath the surface of the soil and chop off the roots and the stems of the weeds. Really easy, and you can cover a lot of ground quite quickly. I don't understand why you don't get them over here. You can get them on Amazon. I don't like to plug like Amazon or whatever, but I know you can get them on there easy enough. So highly recommended. And you know, it's a precision tool as well if you want to just get in between rows of plants, etc. Just like that. There we go. Thought I'd give that another demonstration. Okay, let's have a look at what we're going to do with the plants. So this is the south side, so that wall is obviously north facing, so I've got to think about that when I'm doing my planting. Things that don't mind a bit of shade obviously on this side, and I've also got this hard scape of the greenhouse wall across there. So do I want, that's going to fade to grey, isn't it? Because they're cedar, that's going to fade to grey. So I have to think about, do I want to be seeing that, or do I want to cover it up, etc. And then I've got this gap behind me, which I think I'm going to put a trellis there anyway. But what am I going to put in front of that? Now I'm thinking, I've got some bamboo, and that'll grow nice and tall. Now this is clump forming bamboo, doesn't produce runners, which is what we don't want, that sort of bamboo that goes all over the place and causes havoc. So this is clump forming, so it'll just slowly get bigger and bigger. So I'm thinking a couple of bamboos here will provide a bit of a mask. In fact, I might even buy more and have them all the way along there, but we'll see for the minute. But I reckon a couple of bamboos there will be good. And then what else? So what am I going to do with this? So this elderberry, black lace, sun or part shade. I'm thinking, with the backdrop of those bright green bamboo there, what if I put this here? It will get sun coming down, a bit of part shade, maybe a bit further forward here. So I have that, and then the backdrop of those, that'd be nice, a nice backdrop there, won't it? I think. Maybe a bit further back. And then I've also got this grass on the side here that I've already put in. So I put a couple of grasses in, as you can see, 1, 2. They're calamagrostis, so they'll grow up nice and tall. So again, we've got the light green of the calamagrostis, and then they'll have their lovely brown seed heads waving around. The beautiful backdrop of the bamboo, and then we've got a nice zing, or as my wife Mrs. F says, the pop, it will pop out the colour. At least that's what I think she says. So there we go. I reckon that will look, in fact I'm going to bring that this way a bit, and hopefully it won't be too much shade. If it is, I'll move it. So there we go. Got 2 bamboos, which are sort of, I'll move one of the bamboos a bit left a bit. So there we go, we've got that, and then we've got the grass. In the front here then, I'm going to want some hostas. Hostas, you know, they're sort of lowish, but I'm going to put lots of different hostas along here. And as you can see, I've got this one that I bought. Unbelievable price, I can't remember. But then I've got this in the wheelbarrow that I've grown on in sort of nursery bed. I'm going to split that as well now, so that I can put a couple of them there. I shall do that. Right, so there's a couple of hostas. Nice, I've already got impact there with a couple of nice hostas there, and the other side. Right, that's that for the minute. Why don't we move to the other side, the sunnier side, and see what I can get in there. I think these, what are they again? These junipers will look good on that side. Right, so this is the sunnier side. Quite a big area this actually, and I've got this thing in my head here, around this area here. I want something really tall. I'm not sure what that's going to be yet, because when someone comes into the path, I don't want them to immediately be able to see back there. I want them to want to explore into the garden, so that then they see that there's a sort of pond. They might be able to hear the pond, a bit of water, etc. But here I want something tall. Now, so I want, and also I'm going to want something tall at the back there. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to put there yet. So we'll leave that by the by. Got another grass. So I've got one grass there, the Calamagrostis. This is a purple fountain. And how tall does this grow? Just under 1 metre tall. Okay, that's fair enough. So I think that is going to go. That is going to go in front of here like this, I think. So we'll have that one popping off again. That one showing off against that green there. That'll be good. Now we've got these junipers. They're low growing. Now, actually, let's move over here. Right, so down here I've got some Kentucky bluegrass, I think it's called. And that sort of grows everywhere in my garden now after my initial foray. So I've got some of that in a triangle. How about we have these behind it, because these like a nice sunny position. And then, what about that? Or, how tall does this grow? 4.5 foot. How about, yes. Right, so if that goes. Right, so we've always got to think about when we're planting plants, how tall and wide are they going to grow? So if this is about 3 foot wide, it's going to be something like that. 4 foot tall, it's going to be something like that. So those are going to grow very slowly. I like the way that the colour against that there. And then what would be good is to again have something lighter behind it, but we'll see about that. I think that looks good. And then that sort of plays off that colour there. You got, if I have some sort of lighter colours in between, that'll play off the two spot effects of the. Look at me, as if I'm a designer. I ain't got a clue what I'm talking about really. Just what you like, innit, in the garden. But the two different colours will look good. Right. Oh, here's going to be an archway. Actually, where you're stood is going to be an archway of some sort of. That's going to be difficult. A climber that doesn't have flowers. I might let it off with white flowers or something like that, just on the climber. So then you come in to the non. We'll see. We'll see. Right. So there's going to be something bigger, I think. I'm not sure what that's going to be. In the corner here, I've got at the front a hosta. And this spruce, so how big's this spruce going to get? So that's going to be 5 foot eventually. Nice tall spruce. Might have that there. But then again, because then if I actually, when I think about it, 1, 2, 3, get another similar coloured plant to those two, I might even get another grass actually, bang bang, that'll sort of have the symmetry, whatever you want to call it, and then the green in the middle there up between them. So I've got this bit of a ropey box here as well, and she can go there. It will change colour at some point. Let's have another hosta, a light against the dark. Well, there you go. Still loads and loads of garden to plant up. Right, I'm going to put these in and we'll see how we get on. So that's a beautiful grass there. What is it again? So that's the variegated purple fountain grass. Beautiful colours off there, and that should bounce off nicely off these different hostas along here. There we go, that is the last one of the plants in. So we've got the fountain grass, other grasses there, we've got the spruce and the other alpines there. I found some other hostas around the bazaars, so I'll put some more of those in. So they'll, you know, lots of different types there. That'll be great. You know, it's amazing actually, just the different types of hosta. And we've got the different leaves there. We've got this little small one with the light leaves and just an ordinary one, but this grows quite big. And then we've got a lovely green, a two type of green hosta there. So looking good. Over here, so we've got the elderberry and the bamboo set off against the bamboo at the back. More hostas on the front here. I don't know if you can see on the side there, we've got, I took some ferns from just on the edge of the woods. Not sure whether they'll make it through. Sometimes they do, but again, if they're not, I'm going to get some other ferns and put them on this shady side because they like a bit of shade, so that's good. And yeah, I'm just going to keep start. I'm just going to keep filling this up as the summer progresses. Like I said, I want something biggish here to sort of hide that view. And on the side here, I'm going to have some hedging, the same as that. And I've done the usual routine of, I can't remember what it's called. Not box, looks like box, but I can't remember. Anyway, I took some cuttings of that last year, and I've got a few so that I can start the hedge here, so that obviously, again, you have to walk round to start to see what the garden is going to look like. That element of surprise, which is what we want. So that's good. So there we go. The start of my contemplation garden. Got to get amongst the hardscaping next as well, but again, that all costs money, so I'll do it over time. But anyway, whichever way it is, job is definitely a good one.